Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought we'd finish off the tags. Now these are the ones that we were doing yesterday and they are really lovely and dry now. So they are looking really good and I love the way they've come out. So they're beautiful. I don't know what you can see like that. So you can see all the lovely texture and the embossing powders on here as well. So they look really lovely. So I'm really pleased how they've come out. This is the one that I showed you yesterday. This is the one that I did this morning. So it's just the one of the fussy cuts from the kit. I've got a little bit of fabric, a little bit of driftwood, a couple of sort of like sequins on there, some pearls, and a little bit of the cheesecloth. Now I don't really want to cover up too much of the background because I think it's just so nice. It's a shame to cover it up too much. So I'm going to pop those to the side. So I've got these. Now what I've got, I haven't given myself lots and lots of things. I've just given myself some of the fussy cuts that here from the kit. I've cut out some of the shells and I've given myself, well, I've made some of these little string bits of rope, so they look like rope and a bit of thing, and a few bits here, because you don't want to overload it or have to think too much of what to put on. Just pick a few bits and pieces out and then it won't be so hard to sort of put things together. Then you won't have so much choice. So to make these little things, really simple. So oh look, we've got a little pearl stuck on there. We don't want that on there. All as I did, I got some lovely string, so you can use any string. So I folded it into 4 like that, and then all as I did, I just tied quite a sort of loose knot, not really tight, just like that, and then I've just cut the ends off like that, pop that to the side, and then I've just scrunched up these little end bits just so it starts fraying, and that gives you a sort of like lovely sort of like knot on there. Which is a lovely little embellishment, and it's a real simple one to make, and I think they look really sort of effective on your beach themed, sea themed sort of journals that you got embellishment. So that's really simple to do. So I'm going to start on this one. So this is the lovely greeny one. Now I've got some fussy cuts here, so I was thinking I might use the mermaid because she's sort of like got some green in her on there, and I think that would look really nice on there. I've got these other ones here, got some shells as well. I've cut the little turtle out and I think he looks really cute. So don't forget, because on here this was the little journal cards on there. So what I did, I've just actually taken these and fussy cut some of them out. So like this, I had one on here which had the shells on, which were this was the big shell, and then we had all these little shells. So I've just cut them out, so you have even more embellishments on here. So you could sort of like fussy cut the crab out, and you've got this lovely little fish and like the stingray on there. So you've got all sorts of different options that you can have, and it gives you more choice. So I was thinking we could pop some little shells on here as well, which I think would look really nice. So let's pop those back in there for a minute. I'm going to get some little bits. Now I've got some of the seam binding and the cheesecloth here, so I'm just going to add a little bit. I'm not quite sure. They're very similar colours, aren't they? So I'm just going to add a little bit of this to it. So I think this looks really nice as the background. Just pop a little bit on here. Just chop it off. Plus you can see through this, so you can see all the lovely textures from behind as well. White bits. You can see all my hands are still stained from the ink from yesterday, so I'm just going to pop that on there. I like it when it sort of like comes off the edges as well, which looks nice. So I'm going to just stick that on there, and then I'm just going to pull it around and stick it down. So what I shall do, let's get the 3-in-1, just stick a little bit on there, just randomly, pop that down, pull it as far down as you can, it can come off, and then I'm just going to stick this on. Oopsie daisy, pop that on there like that, pop the lid on, so that's on, so that's pretty level. So we've got all these lovely little fluffy bits as well, which I will just stick up and move about just a little bit, because I want to stick the little shells on. So I think I might just, now I need to ink around it because I didn't ink around it. Now where's my ink? There we go. So just to bring those edges out and get rid of those little white edges where I've cut around, like that. Does make a little bit of difference, really does. Just ink the edges, gives it just a little bit of depth to it. So pop, that might be a little bit too big on there. And then I do love this little turtle. I think he's really, really cute. You could just pop the turtle like that. So you don't need a huge amount more than that. Maybe I will just have a little shell instead of the big one. So this is it. You have too much stuff and then you want to use it all. So let's just pop that one on. I think that one will look a little bit better. I like the orange in here because it sort of like goes with the rusty little frame of the porthole. So I'm thinking that looks nice on there. Let's just stick some down. I'm going to stick this one down first. Now you can pop some like foam tape if you wanted to on the back, and it will just give it a little bit of height to it. I'm just going to stick that underneath like that. Pop our little turtle on. I think I might, let's see what we got. Put some little bits underneath, I think. Little bits of shiny, little bits of sort of like green fabric, I think, underneath him. Just to give it another little bit of texture. Just pop a little bit of glue in there. Stick that down. Go. A little bit of glue on there. Scrunch it up if it will stay. There we go. Stay down. There we go. And then we can pop the little turtle on like that. So you can have lots and lots of fun with all of these, popping them all together. Stick you down, and then we'll pop the other little shell on there, I think, just as it is. Just like that. Perfect. Now doesn't that look nice? Looks really, really nice. Now what I would like to do is get some little bits. Now what I've done, I've got a little bit of driftwood and I've actually broken it up into smaller pieces because we don't want anything that's sort of like too big on here, too big and too bulky. Like that, and maybe we'll just have, maybe I'll make a smaller piece. I'll have it this way, like that, with a little bit of driftwood on. So that looks really nice. Now I'm going to stick those pieces on afterwards. So what I want to do, I want to put the backing on. So which I've done on these, which is just some coffee stain paper. But I'm going to add some brads onto this one, like I did here. So let me just get my little pokey tool, my little awl here. So I'm going to stick that probably about there, because I want to sew around it as well, so I don't want them to be too close. Now what did I do with my brads? Pick that up here. There we go. Two of these little ones there. Now when I put them on, or glue everywhere, pop it through the hole, and what I want to do is push that one up and then that one to the side. So when you sewing around the outside, if you're going to sew, it's not going to catch the needle. So let's pop that one in, pop that like that, so it's like a little L shape. Go, pop that to the side, and I'm going to just squash those down to make sure they're in properly. Perfect. Now I need some paper. Okay, so this is just some coffee stain paper. So I'm just going to glue that onto there like that, and then cut around it. Just going to pop a little bit of tacky glue on here, just around the outside. You're going to come out, glue, come on. Perfect. I'm going to stick that on nicely, try and get nice and straight. Down, we'll just cut it out. Oops. Lift that up, we don't want to cut that off, and then we'll just go down the side. Lovely. Now I will sew that, I will try and catch that in, so when I sew it, so it like holds it down a little bit. But I'm liking all these little bits that hang off. So that's on there. So I'm going to quickly go and sew around the edge of it, and I will be 2 seconds. There we go. So that's just sewn all the way around the outside of that. So let's just cut these little bits off. I'm not inking these or anything, which I normally do with the distress ink, because I'm liking them just the colours they are. I don't think they need the edging inked. So I want to put a little eyelet in here now. So I've got some bigger ones. I'm not sure whether that's going to be too big to go in here. I've got this lovely colour which actually goes with that, which might look quite nice, mightn't it? Do you think? Decisions. Now I think I will. I think I want them to be all different, or as different as I can make them. So let's just make a hole in the top. Let's use this one. Just put it there. That's very level. That's okay. It's okay. Oh, what am I doing? And then we want to turn this over and squash that down. There we go, perfect. Pop that out of the way. So that looks really nice, I'm liking that. And then for the top, I'm just going, maybe I won't, I use string on here, so maybe I will just use a little bit of seam binding. Let's try this one, I think this will look quite nice. Pop through quite a bit of it, I think. Cut that off there. Pop that through. There we go, that looks nice, I think. Just wrinkle up the ends a little bit. Now I'm loving that. I think that looks really, really nice. Put these out of the way. Okay, so I can pop this on there. And then the little bit of driftwood. And then we've got a lovely, lovely tag. So pop that on here. A little bit of 3-in-1 on there. Squash that down. Little bit of glue on this one here. Oopsie daisy. Just put that to the side. Glue everywhere. And we've got a lovely, lovely tag. And you've still got all of this, so you can still see all the lovely texture that there is behind. And you've got this lovely silver in here. So that is what the tag looks like, and I'm thinking it's really pretty. So that's another tag to go into the journal. So now I have 3. So I'm going to carry on this afternoon and make these lovely tags up. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining me. Please take care, and I will see you all soon. Alright guys, bye bye.